Babylon, the fabled city nestled along the banks of the Euphrates River, has long been a symbol of human pride and defiance against divine authority. Under the reign of illustrious rulers like Nebuchadnezzar II, the city reached the zenith of its prosperity, boasting architectural masterpieces such as the Hanging Gardens of Babylon and the Ishtar Gate. These marvels solidified its status as one of the ancient world's most formidable empires. Yet, beneath the shimmering facade of progress, lies a parallel tale, a tale of ambition and rebellion that far surpassed the boundaries humanity was meant to respect. In the Bible, Babylon is portrayed as more than a physical city. It represents a profound spiritual symbol of humanity's attempt to equate itself with God. From the defiance of Nimrod with the Tower of Babel to the arrogance of Nebuchadnezzar, Babylon embodies every effort to unify and dominate the world without acknowledging divine guidance. Its narrative is not just one of ascent and glory, but also a cautionary tale, warning of the inevitable consequences of pride and the rejection of reliance on God. Throughout the Bible, particularly in the book of Revelation, Babylon has come to symbolize the inevitable downfall of any empire or power that fails to honor the supreme authority of God. The lessons drawn from Babylon's history remain profoundly relevant today. In a modern world driven by ambition and marked by complacency, Babylon serves as a reminder that no progress, no matter how extraordinary, can endure if rooted in pride and defiance of divine will. Whether empires, individuals, or systems of power, those who disregard divine authority are destined to face decline and destruction, just as Babylon did long ago. The story of Babylon is not merely a historical account, but an everlasting lesson in humility and reverence before the supreme power of God. Historically, Babylon stood as one of the most influential and formidable kingdoms of the ancient world. Its strategic position along the Euphrates River, at the heart of Mesopotamia, provided it with unparalleled economic and military advantages. Beyond being a hub of trade and commerce, Babylon thrived as a cultural and political epicenter, leaving a lasting mark on the course of history. Under the reign of Nebuchadnezzar II, Babylon attained the pinnacle of its power and prosperity. Nebuchadnezzar expanded the empire's territories and transformed Babylon into a magnificent city adorned with extraordinary creations. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon, celebrated as one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, and the Ishtar Gate, a masterpiece of design and grandeur, stand as enduring symbols of the empire's wealth and influence. These architectural feats not only highlight Babylon's advancements in engineering and craftsmanship, but also embody its ambition to dominate the region and establish itself as a beacon of civilization. From a biblical perspective, Babylon takes on a deeper symbolic significance, representing human arrogance and rebellion against divine authority. In the scriptures, Babylon transcends its role as a physical city to become a powerful spiritual emblem of humanity's confrontation with God. This symbolism is vividly captured in the story of the Tower of Babel, recounted in the book of Genesis, where humanity's attempt to reach the heavens reflects their defiance of divine power. Under Nimrod's leadership, the people of Babylon embarked on an audacious project to construct a tower that would reach the heavens, a direct challenge to God's authority. Their ambition to ascend on their own terms was a bold act of defiance against divine guidance. This endeavor vividly illustrates humanity's rebellion, as they sought to assert their power and position without God's approval. The tower was far more than a mere structure. It stood as a profound symbol of human arrogance and unchecked ambition, surpassing the boundaries set by divine authority. Rather than showing reverence and respect for divine authority, the people of Babel chose to rely solely on their own abilities to pursue what they saw as glory and power. Their defiance prompted God to intervene, creating a confusion of languages that shattered their unity, making cooperation impossible and forcing them to disperse across the earth. The story of the Tower of Babel serves as a significant biblical lesson about the limitations of humanity. It reminds us that when pride and complacency overshadow humility and dependence on God, divine judgment is inevitable. Babylon became a lasting symbol of every kingdom or civilization that dares to challenge divine authority. The story of the Tower of Babel is not merely a historical account, but a profound allegory of human arrogance and the judgment that follows actions opposing the supreme power. The fall of Babylon in the Bible stands as a powerful testament to the consequences of pride and the inevitable downfall that comes from turning away from God. Nimrod, as described in the Bible, was a pivotal and influential figure in the post-flood era of human history. Known as a mighty hunter before the Lord, Genesis 10:8-12, this title extended beyond his prowess in hunting to highlight his exceptional leadership and talent for building empires. Nimrod is credited as the first to establish a kingdom in the world reshaped by the global flood, with Babel emerging as the primary center of his power and influence. Under Nimrod's leadership, the city of Babel transformed into a powerful symbol of rebellion against God's authority. In their attempt to unify humanity and establish a society rooted in human strength rather than reliance on divine guidance, Nimrod became more than a great king. He became a symbol of arrogance and defiance. He led the people of Babel in constructing an ambitious structure, the Tower of Babel, with the audacious goal of reaching the heavens, asserting their autonomy, and declaring independence from God. The Tower of Babel was far more than an architectural feat. It was an act of sheer arrogance, as humanity sought to transcend the limits set by God. It stands as a testament to mankind's ambition to construct a unified and powerful world under their own control, rejecting the will of God. In their pursuit, they aimed to create their own destiny, seeking glory and power without the guidance or blessing of divine authority. This act was not merely a spiritual rebellion, but also a collective attempt to defy the boundaries established by God. The construction of the Tower of Babel was a profound display of arrogance, reflecting humanity's boundless ambition and determination to prove their independence from divine authority. Rather than worshiping and honoring God, they sought to demonstrate that through unity and cooperation, they could achieve anything, placing their trust entirely in human effort instead of divine power. Nimrod, as the leader, became a symbol of unity, not through noble ideals, but through his arrogance and defiant intentions. Yet this rebellion was met with severe punishment from God. To halt humanity's continued defiance, God introduced a confusion of languages, disrupting their ability to communicate and cooperate. This divine intervention brought their ambitious project to an abrupt end, forcing them to abandon their work and disperse across the face of the earth. This dispersion not only dismantled their collective efforts, but also revealed the inherent limitations of humanity. Regardless of their unity and strength, humans were powerless to surpass the divine authority of God. This act of dispersal was a direct punishment for their pride and unbridled ambition, serving as a sobering reminder of the consequences of attempting to defy the control of the supreme power. The lesson from the story of Nimrod and the Tower of Babel is unmistakable. Rebellion against God, no matter how powerful or organized, is destined to fail. The Tower of Babel, with its audacious ambition to reach the heavens, became a lasting symbol of humanity's downfall brought about by arrogance. Nimrod and his people embodied humanity's relentless attempts to assert independence and control without seeking God's guidance, ultimately demonstrating the futility of such endeavors. This act not only resulted in the division of languages, but also served as a profound warning about the limits of human resistance against the supreme power. The story underscores the essential need for respect toward divine authority. When humanity oversteps the boundaries set by God, they invite punishment and face inevitable disintegration and failure. Nimrod and the Tower of Babel are far more than a tale of an ambitious structure. They stand as enduring symbols of arrogance and the grave consequences of disregarding the supreme power.